Alright, so with Genshin 1.6, one of the big changes that came is a lot of buffs to Electro reactions, specifically Overloaded, Superconduct, and Electro Charge. Here we are in Devala's Lair with Lisa, and what we're going to do is we're going to use both Lisa and Xiangling to do a lot of Overloaded damage. Overloaded, of course, being done by combining electric and pyro damage together so that you can get a darker red number. So hopefully we can avoid that one. I guess not. We'll attack with Lisa. Then I'll drop Goober. And basically you're looking around for a sort of dark red number like so. And then we'll drop Goober again. And this time I'm actually going to bring out the Lantern. And then we should be doing even more damage with the darker red numbers. That's what you're looking for right there. And see, through the power of Overloaded, we were able to do somewhere along the lines of 5,000 damage with those Overloaded hits. So let's have a look at the build that I am using with Lisa, and this is the build that I am using with Lisa. So as you can see, my attack is a little bit lower than usual, but my elemental mastery is probably slightly higher, and everything else remains more or less the same. In terms of the general stats, we're looking at 44% crit rate and 143% crit damage. Yes, my crit rate is a little bit low, but for the most part, it is working just fine. So let's have a look at the weapon that we're using. We're still using Skyward Atlas, exactly the same as we've normally been using. Now, the big change for a build like this is, as the title suggests, we're going to be using a full Thundering Fury set. And the Thundering Fury set is, in fact, a very, very powerful set, especially because of Genshin 1.6. So the idea is that now Overloaded, Electro Charge, and Superconduct damage will be increased by 40%. And in doing so, I also get to decrease my elemental skill cooldown by 1 second. So if I were to, for example, actually use my charged attack for my charged E, i.e. my charged special, then I might be able to get my charged special back even faster. This can only occur once every 0.8 seconds. So essentially, as long as I keep doing overloads, I would effectively cut my cooldown by about half. So that's of course going to be really useful. In terms of constellations, I'm still sitting on C2 Lisa. Unfortunately, still haven't been able to get a single constellation in terms of the standard banner. And in terms of my talents, I'm still sitting at 9, 10, and 10. I haven't really been able to get any 13th because, again, I haven't really been able to get any of these constellations. And in terms of Xiangling, nothing too particularly special. The main thing is that I'm just using Crimson Witch Flames, a full set, so it's basically ditto in terms of Overloaded, increasing that damage by 40%. What that basically means is that on the off chance that it's not actually Lisa who's triggering the effect, it's actually Xiangling who's triggering the effect, I'm still doing more or less a similar amount of damage. In terms of the elemental mastery though, it is quite similar to the amount of elemental mastery that I have on Lisa. In fact, in theory, I should be doing a little bit more overloaded damage with Xiangling because my elemental mastery is slightly higher. So that's pretty much it. It seems like now Overloaded is actually very, very strong. Seems to be a lot stronger than before. The idea is that if you have a character who is above level 60, that's when Overload, Superconduct, and Electro Charge start to do a lot more damage. I don't really remember what the actual amount of damage was before. I think it was something along the lines of 3,000 before it changes up to 5,000. So it's still a pretty nice buff, and of course, for the purpose of Overloaded, it is also some great crowd control as well. In terms of using it with Lisa, Overloaded is also a great way to increase the amount of stats that you get from your tap special. If you want to actually bring up your stats a lot, then you can use Overloaded as a really, really effective way to just get the maximum 3 stacks almost instantly through the power of Overloaded. And of course, if you hit a bunch of enemies with that, then you can basically just do 1 tap Overload and then go for the hold special, and then you can do even more damage through that hold special. But that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. What do you think about the new and improved Electro stats and the Electro reactions? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about Electro Charge? What do you think about Superconduct? What do you think about Overload? I feel like Superconduct, in terms of the damage that you get from Superconduct, it's still slightly on the minimal side, but generally speaking, when you're using Superconduct, you're not really thinking about the extra cryo damage, you're thinking about the extra physical damage that you're going to be able to do with someone like Rosaria, for example. That's really the way to go. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Genshin Impact action, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.